Do you want to be a chef? Maybe you want to be a dancer? I don't know what you want to do. I'm not sure my boss would like that, but you have to follow your passions, right? Almost all of us have fantasized about what we would buy if we won $1 million on the lottery. Images of crazy Ferraris, sunny private islands and yacht parties often come to mind. Billionaires and millionaires often make purchases that we sometimes even ignore as an option. Would we buy the Washington Post Office, or a fancy private jet, or a clock that would count backwards 10,000 years, or a few miles of land in the middle of nowhere in Texas? Well, if you're Jeff Bezos, you do all of those things and more. By now you probably know that bald, smiling face, and you probably have a few dozen Amazon boxes lying around your house that you wanted to recycle weeks ago. This once small-time company originally made Jeff Bezos the richest man in the world for some years, with a staggering current fortune of $137.8 billion. He is widely known for driving a Honda Accord. Jeff is anything but frugal. Today we take a look at how Jeff Bezos is spending his incredible amount of resources. From the facilities and buildings he buys, his crazy mansion, to the planes he flies, there's real abundance. If you're Jeff Bezos, you can snag a lot more than just a grand estate. Try 3 mansions, a DC townhouse, and a massive ranch, competing with forest companies and even farms. Jeff's first major real estate purchase takes place in medieval Washington, just a few miles from wealthy Washington CEOs, including Microsoft owner Bill Gates. They put down $10 million for a 20,600 square foot 5-bedroom house, a 5.3-acre waterfront apartment that has a swimming pool and many of the elegant features you would expect of a mansion. But that wasn't enough. 7 years later, they bought the house next door, an 8,300 square foot, 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom home that cost the couple more than $50 million. Additionally, the home underwent a whopping $28 million renovation in 2010. Little is known about the interior of the two houses, but there is a strange feeling that there is an Alexa in every room. This $88 million investment is 88 times what the average American will make in a lifetime. But Jeff is anything but ordinary, returning to purchase his next most important home in Washington, D.C., for $23 million. The property is a 100-year-old textile mill with 25 bathrooms, 11 bedrooms, 3 kitchens, and a huge ballroom feature. When Jeff wants to escape the D.C. bustle, he can put on his Western boy boots and experience a little farm life charm on his 30,000-acre Texas ranch. His ranch, valued at millions of dollars, was recently renovated and is home to Blue Origin, Jeff's space exploration company, the rival of Elon Musk's SpaceX. It was bought primarily to give his kids some space over the summer though. Jeff also owns a $24.45 million mansion in Beverly Hills. He decides to buy a mansion, then skips a neighbor for $12.9 million, making up a monstrous property worth $37.3 million. The property has 13 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms, giving them quite a powerful realm to roam. A house in Beverly Hills wasn't enough for Jeff. In February 2020, he reportedly bought the most expensive home ever sold in Los Angeles, the Warner Estate. Jeff paid an estimated staggering $165 million for the property, breaking not only the record for Los Angeles, but also for California. The Warner Estate was built in 1937 by Jack Warner, one of the founders of Warner Brothers, and has since undergone several refurbishments and passed through several wealthy hands. The dimensions are 13,600 square meters, with 2 large guest houses, 2 swimming pools, a spa, a tennis court, a motor racing track with gas pumps, and even a 9-hole golf field. The interior of the home features 8 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a movie theater, a bar, and features floors that once belonged to Napoleon himself. Of course, Jeff needs a way to hop from mansion to mansion, and there's no way he's going to cram his family into his Honda Accord. Jeff owns a Gulfstream G650 that costs a whopping $65 million. The aircraft features 3 living areas, the most notable of which is a living room with 2 sofas, a retractable flat-screen TV, and a built-in wine cooler. There is also a rear bedroom and dining room with the world's most comfortable seating. Flying in a private airplane like this would make it hard to fly on a regular plane ever again. Since dating Lauren Sanchez, Jeff has been spotted off the coast of Italy on superyachts and at Wimbledon, where he recently threw a lavish week-long birthday party for Lauren, which was attended by high-profile celebrities including Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry. The birthday week ended with a romantic bathing trip on a private yacht. On those trips, Jeff has undoubtedly spent more on a single toast than most people spend on food for their whole family in a week. As for dishes on the menu, it's often served with squid or seafood for breakfast. He apparently said that if there was something on the menu that he had never eaten, he had to go for it and splash out every time. Besides fancy meals, expensive planes, and fancy real estate, There are a few other places where the rich can spend their money, mostly on other business ventures, and if you're as rich as Jeff, you can invest your money in a few other areas. Jeff Bezos has invested in the Long Now Foundation, a non-profit based in San Francisco. The company is building a 500-foot-tall clock that operates on day and night thermal cycles and is said to run once a year for 10,000 years, chiming once every millennium. The clock is built on Jeff's ranch property, buried underground in a mountain, and is meant to symbolize long-term thinking. Of course, this is also the spot for Blue Origin, that's Jeff's space exploration company. The company is focused on vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, with a mission that would allow humans to colonize space. The company finances itself primarily with Jeff's money. He was quoted as saying that he plans to use his Amazon fortune for space exploration and is trying to return to his childhood fascination after watching NASA missions. Despite being in the running to become the world's first trillionaire, he has since been overtaken by Tesla's CEO Elon Musk. Bezos is said to often prefer to drive a used Honda Accord, which is worth 5 figures. When Simon asked what about the car, after laughing, Bezos responded that this was an absolutely fine vehicle. Yet despite this inspiring humility, Bezos is actually the proud $3 million owner of the impressive sports car, Pininfarina's Ferrari Sergio. Winner of an Automotive Design Award, the Pininfarina strikes a perfect balance between the advanced technology of its human-machine interface and its refined handcrafted details, all essential elements of an exclusive Ferrari sports car. Number 2 is his Mansory Bugatti Veyron, a $3 million car that combines traditional craftsmanship and carefully selected materials. The limited edition Veyron Mansory is the perfect blend of luxury and expert engineering. Number 3 is his W Motors Lincoln Hypersport, coming to a whopping $3.4 million, the first hypercar developed by W Motors that starred in Universal Studios' Furious 7 film, being featured as a hero car, the most expensive car ever to be seen in the Fast and Furious franchise. You now can see, Jeff Bezos can spend his money however he wants, so what would you do if you had a fortune like Jeff Bezos? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
You want to be a chef, maybe you want to be a dancer. I don't know what you want to do.
I'm not sure my boss is going to like that. Last two.
But you do need to follow your passions.
Right.
Best midnight snack while you're brainstorming? I'm asleep at midnight. That's important, isn't it? That's really good. A guy like you actually gets to sleep. That's good.
Asleep.
So there is somebody who would take over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who?
Secret.
Secret. Okay. A person who would be entrusted with a lot.
Guys, you have 24 hours to accept the Ice Bucket Challenge.